Hello. 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 We're back. We're working. Good morning. All right. So, main focus is going to be on just making sure the face is looking good. So far, very good, but we can do a little bit more. I think our main goal for today is to tweak the eyebrows and the eyelashes. Yeah. Um, right. Yeah. It's basically just want actual eyelashes, I think. Right now, we're just relying on um, these, but I think I'd really like to create something that just looks a little bit nicer. I mean, these might work in the sense that, actually, before I do this, I need to open the correct. This one. Yeah. All right. So this one, we'll go ahead and file save as. We just want to replace the original because this is our painting version. So I could take these and try to just derive lashes from them right now. Not really feeling that. How about we first just hide these? Well, just the eyelashes for now. And we'll take this right here. She's still subdivided. I got the right one, didn't I? All right, this one here. And then basically, we're just going to extrude them like that. And we can rip right here. Bring these in a little. None of this has to be creased anyway. Take this one, rip it, bop it. And actually, before we manipulate that, one more cut along the whole surface there. And that way they'll actually curve. So first like that. really it's this side that's the longest. This one, let's move down and move the crease there. So just like the top, eyelashes tend to get longer on the outside of the eye. Do I connect these ones again? That might be the best. All right. So those look a little odd, but they should get us the results we need. Okay. So we'll also put a crease right here. And we can go ahead and apply the subdivision now. Bring our UV editing over, unwrap. Thankfully, these should be pretty easy to adjust. So if I have to tweak them, should be nice and easy. Ah, I think the normals are the wrong direction. Mesh, normals, flip, unwrap again. There we go. There's the top one. And which way do I want it to face? It doesn't matter. All right. So we'll make a new material, and this will be Alma eyelashes. Take the whole object, file, export, FBX. Here, Substance Painter V2, export, save. File, edit, re-import. Oh, I didn't actually. Dang it. So let's do export. But I actually still have these in here, so I'm going to go ahead and delete those. And I probably only overwrote the version in Unity. Yes, that is the case. So we want to make sure it's this version. Overwrite, save, turn here, and Shift Control R. There we go. All right, so that looks odd. But should be exactly what we need. So in here, we'll go into eyelashes. We have these two panels. What we'd like to do use something like good old, well, first let's make a template. Boom. And we'll also make a base material. Call this eyelash base. And we'll make it translucent. And then we don't see it. But of course, it's there. And then what we want to do is create an array of lashes. So for the lips, I used an anisotropic texture, and I think that might actually be exactly what we need for this one. So we'll do eyelash, create a fill. In that fill, we use our anisotropic. Let's go ahead and rotate it 90 degrees. That, we can already see that it's working pretty well. What we're missing, though, is a taper. So if let's just target just the top for now. So we're going to put it right there. Like that. So we're just targeting the top ones. We have the X amount, which we'll keep low. In fact, just 2. Y amount will turn down. Maybe right around there. Let's change the color. So we're just looking at, and then the contrast does need to be pretty darn high. That's odd. Balance. It's not quite what I want, is it? What if we have a lash we can use? Hair. I would like a single hair, please. Can't turn down the contrast a bit, but they're still quite square. Is that a levels on top? Just gotta tweak it. It still makes these very square shapes. Okay, then let's check. Let's think about this. I can hand create a hair. Making a simple strand wouldn't be that difficult. What I want is a way to make a line of them. I do have Substance Designer, and I would rather just have a generator for this, so let's give this a shot. Eyelash array. Okay. So we want a line. Gradient and linear, that should work. So here, we want that, and then we want an array. I haven't touched this in so long. Line light. That might. Perfect, actually. It's a panorama, but nah, from scratch. Patterns. Yes, we want a pattern to distribute them. Like a tile generator? Probably. Like that, and we feed into it an input. And for the tiling, oh, that's the gradient tile. For this one, we can turn down the X amount to 1. Perfect. And then for the pattern input, we want the image, which is our strand. Oh, okay. So that's the amount of patterns we can bring in. That could be useful. For now, we'll just have the 1. Awesome. So we can kind of squish them as need be. We can scale them this way. Perfect. Scale random. Perfect. A little bit of that. Random offset. Okay. So I think that will all be quite useful. I don't think we're going to be able to get the distortion because we want to now make the curve into a hair, or this gradient into a little hair. Yeah, we should save this. Do resources, substances. Save. Okay. So we can trim in here. Line. Using this gradient. What I'd like to do is then add a level. So we take the gradient, we level it out so that we get a nice thin line. We can push this as far as we need. Okay, so now we have that line. And then what we want to do is distort it. Directional warp. Maybe that'll work. Input. So warp it that way. Ta-da. Okay, so we need. Can we just gradient warp? Okay, so the gradient does work to warp it. How do I get rid of this line? There. Ooh. Again, I could just create a hair for this. Don't really have to too hard. But we're trying to make a generator for the eyelashes. Thank you everyone for coming by the stream. Right now we're working on an avatar. Starting the eyelashes for this character here. We're making like a generator to create a bunch of eyelashes all at once. That's the plan, at least. Right now we've got tiles. We can plug this in here. Now this one here should generate. Okay. I'm going to give up on that for right now. We're going to go ahead and look at just doing it manually in Photoshop. So that'll be a little bit quicker. We'll make a little eyelash stamp that we can make a few of them, and then we'll just go one at a time, stamp the eyelash in. And that should give us the variation we need. Okay. So go right here. And then we'll just do a simple line. Or actually, hit go. This basically. Well, selection. Okay. New. And let's do this. So now we have a hair. Go, go, Power Rangers! Welcome, Em. Hope you're having a good day so far. And then we'll just invert this. Here's our little eyelash. I'm going to just make the bottom bit bigger. Like that, and then let's just blur it a little bit. Actually going to just smudge this. Just kind of give it a little bit of taper. Just a little bit. All right, because that'll be kind of like the root of the hair. And I'll go ahead and save this on my computer. This will be eyelash. Save. Then we do an export as an alpha. Eyelash underscore alpha. That's all we really need for now. Close that. Substance. And drag this in. Alpha into our library. Okay. Perfect. Now, looking at our eyelash here, we're going to add a paint layer. And we'll be painting in this eyelash. Yay! Bada boom. Bada boom. So I should just be able to stamp this. So set this to UV texture. So they aren't showing up. They're a little faint, but they're there. They are there. Well, let's just try that. Turn up the spacing. And then we can just do a really quick test like that. Spacing is too much. About there, I guess. Bow to bow. All right. Very, very faint, fortunately. Let's add a levels on top. Just push it like that, just so it's a little easier to see. We're also getting a little bit of sampling error. I think that is from having a gray base color. Yes, okay. Perfect. And then You can tweak their roughness a little bit. Make them kind of glossy. They're still too thin. I think we need to make them thicker. Like that. We also need to have some randomness in there. I can add a filter on top of this with a distort. Or it's a warp. Yeah, that's what it's called. Warp. That's not quite what we want. We want the scale of it to be a lot bigger. Say 0.1. It's not very noticeable, is it? That's too noticeable. Okay. Not quite the way we want. Let's erase it really quick. I guess I could just delete that. Add the paint back in. And what we'll do instead is we have the ability to create this angle jitter and size jitter position. So that should give us just a bit of variation on the lash. Then once again, we'll just click. That feels a little bit more realistic. I do want to make a thicker highlight. And we can do another pass just by making this small. And we get those little smaller eyelashes in there. Maybe increase the spacing in that one. That's pretty nice. I think what's odd about it right now is they're very flat. Doesn't feel like they have any definition. So we'll go in here and turn the height. Push it up. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So now it does feel like they've got some thickness. Which is good. Very good. All right, let's try another paint on the bottom. Flip this 180 degrees. And then do another click, drag. Oh, I guess I shouldn't have flipped it. Gotcha. This is UV. Boom, boom. Definitely smaller. Let's turn them down, or turn up the, make them more of them. Make them more of them. Very delicate. Very soft and delicate. A little too delicate. I am up. I would like them to be a little bit thicker than this. Especially towards the base. Maybe I could just add a little gradient towards the base to kind of bolster them. So let's add a fill, gradient, and set this to no repeat. And we'll just move it onto one of these lashes. How about this one? Okay. Probably put it above the level. Odd. Linear dodge. There we go. Okay. You can kind of see that effect there. Maybe below the levels again. I was hoping it would just thicken the base of the eyelashes. Maybe if I lower the yes. Okay. Still a little too thin. Okay. So I think the real solution is we do need to go back and make the hair alpha a little bit bigger. Also, if you all are new here, please consider hitting that follow button. I make VR chat avatars here every day, every weekday, and I would love to share what I do with you. So if you're interested in following along, please hit that follow button. Just not noticeable from a distance. Okay, so solution. Photoshop time, eyelash. We're going to make this bigger. Sam, also paint Warhammer 40k minis on the weekend. If I had the money for that. So we're just going to thicken this. Thick lash. And we'll do an export. We'll make a new one. New export. Alpha. We'll call this eyelash underscore V2. Save. Start playing for just $200. Imagine. Yeah, I remember purchasing some back in the day, and I was like, dang, it's like you're buying a real army. Okay, let's drag this new lash. V2. Bada boom. All right, and boom. So this one's definitely a little thicker. Yeah. Again, still a little translucent. Can I see the opacity? Okay. There's very a little too much now. Just such a delicate balance to get that right. A delicate balance. Let's duplicate this gradient, flip it around, and move it to the. Oh, no need to rotate it. Just move it down to our bottom lashes. That looks better. They're still not quite dark enough. Bumming me out. I just feel like I don't see them once I zoom out. That just might be because they're so thin. All right. But I think we've got a good start. Definitely getting a feel for what we want. Give them some thickness so they catch the light. Actually, that looks really good. Okay. Now let's give her some freckles and stuff. Just a little bit of, like, yeah, just little freckles will help sell the character. Go here. We'll go to face skin. This is skin bone here. We'll make a new little folder, template. We'll call it skin freckles. And for now, just be a color, black. And we'll add a fill. In that fill, we'll add a noise, blue noise. And then we just want to change the balance quite a bit and turn up the contrast. So right now that's a lot of dots. So we'll add one more fill on top of this. This will be let's say a clouds noise. We'll set it to subtract. This one we can also change the balance, contrast. I'm going to turn off the clothing. And so now on the body, there should be just some little dots in a few places. See any? Nice. Set this to wait. What the fuck? I lost my. Oh, that's annoying. All right, whatever. Subtract. So I see the freckles in a few spots. Right now, too many. Let's tile this as well. I'm going to set it to triplanar. It's really subtle, but it's there. And we'll paint it out in a few spots. But just a little bit of variation on the skin. So it's not so uniform. I'm also going to set the blue noise to be triplanar. And I'm actually going to scale it the other way so these speckles are a little bit bigger. Turn off clouds just so we can see them. Just got a chick box. Clouds. Contrast. There. Bounce. Okay. About there. A little less. Contrast. But again, just in a few places. Your body. Is it only showing up on her face? I feel like it is. Why am I only seeing it on the face? Change the balance here. Turn up that contrast. There we go. Maybe change the tiling here to like 2. It became a lot more minor. would have hoped. All right, why don't we just try adjusting this one then? Set this to like 2. And then change the balance even more. 0 is too much, but maybe we could do 0.0001. There we go. Okay, just some minor speckles. That's all I wanted. Very tiny little speckles. And then now the clouds feels like too much. We can go ahead and try another fill color. So the clouds 2. Set 2. Subtract. Oh, halfway. All right. It's funny how just some tiny amount of imperfections can really make something feel a little more believable. Just little speckles. Little speckles. And now I really want to change the skin here, the skin bump layer, to triplanar as well. Because it has a slightly, just doesn't show up here. Mask. Wow. All right. Why isn't it showing up on the body? There's something overriding the body height. There we go. Okay. Also, hello everyone. If you're interested in seeing more work on VR chat avatars throughout the week, please hit that follow button. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're all having a fantastic Wednesday. I know I am. Really enjoying the progress we're having on the character here. I think our avatar is looking really good. She's got a lot of cool design elements, also the clothing as well. Right here, it looks super dope. Look at that. Very, very cool. So now these details look really, really fine. Just perfect. It's exactly what we want. Now, do I want to replace her eyebrows with a texture? 'Tis the question. To figure that out, I can actually just go here and turn these off. Certainly noticeable when her eyebrows are missing. Oh, punk version. That's kind of a cool look. I like that. Except for the dark gray and the black there, but anyway, let's paint some eyebrows. So make a new template, and this will be eyebrow V2. Let's add a little paint layer here. And we'll, of course, just make it black. And in the paint layer, we've got our brush. So you can do something like that. The little bump on the bottom works fine for the eyelashes, but it's a little odd here. So let's go back to here. I'm going to make one more version of this little eyelash texture. Let's get rid of that. Perfect. So save, file, export, just make sure it's actually there. File, export, boom, and this will be V3. Save, close. Grab that, V3, drop in here, alpha, project. All right, easy enough. Drop it right there. And now when we paint, we don't have that odd quality to it. Gotcha. Okay. I can't paint there because the eyebrow's in the way. We could try just painting on the texture itself. Just bad. Rotation there. Set this to follow path. Rotate it the other way. So seems to me that both with eyebrows and eyelashes, they're very layered. They have multiple, basically you just have multiple axes. Also, this angle also isn't quite right. A little bit more this way. Yeah, like that. Okay. It's kind of a cool look, honestly. Feels very fashion, high fashion. I don't know if that's what we want, but probably just could have found a photo of eyebrows, dropped it in. Compared to just having an eyebrow in general, or eyebrow mesh. No, I definitely like the finer detail. I think the eyebrow looks odd, but having actual hair strands is nice. Gives a lot of detail to the character that I'm fond of. That being said, we'll definitely have to create multiple layers. There should be really soft, thin ones. Basically, have multiple layers on top of each other. So, dope. I think she's looking really good. Let's go ahead and remove the eyebrow here and export the character. Back here, refresh. Ooh. And then we can just completely. So now we're going to go back in and pretty much redo the eyelashes, but we'll create a layer 0. The lashes, which will be these smaller. Let's turn off follow path. I'm literally just going to go in and do this one lash at a time. It's not rotating my brush. I need a better reference image. Show your brows. Good eyebrow reference. Perfect. Okay. So, pretty decent. But basically, an eyebrow has in the middle more vertical, but then immediately they start going very horizontal. What I'm also missing here is that a lot of the eyelashes. I'm going to turn off position jitter. Have a warp to them. So I think by going with the smudge or the finger push, I might be able to move them a little bit. This one's always so hit or miss. And then UV texture. Oh, there we go. Okay. A little bit better. A little bit better. Not a lot better, but it's something. Sure is something. So many little tiny fine eyebrows. Teeny tiny little eyebrows. It's also a little spot just above kind of like a new little spot where eyebrows come in, eyelashes, eyebrow hairs. All right, not bad. We're getting there. I think next time I'll just see if I can find a photo of an eyelash or eyebrow directly. But that looks pretty good. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Grab the eraser. Just a few of these need to be a little bit thinner, so okay. Something like that. A bit more here too. All right. Decent. So that's layer 0. I don't really need too many more layers. We'll just call it eyebrow now. And I think we do kind of want a little bit of shadow underneath it. So we'll add a mask or an anchor point, then drop another template layer above. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Hope you're all having an amazing Wednesday. Feel free to ask any questions. We're making a VR chat avatar if you don't know what I'm up to. So welcome. Making a shadow. Go ahead and drop a fill there. In the fill, eyebrow mask. So right now we're just have the exact same mask, but we're going to add a filter, blur. Yeah, just a little bit of that there. Then we'll duplicate this one, move it above, set it to subtract. So we're not overwriting the hairs themselves. We're just adding a little shadow. But that kind of helps give it volume. There's a word for that kind of stuff in makeup, but I don't know it. All right. Now, what I'd like to do is add maybe some freckles manually this time. We're actually going to take we have this face layer. I should have put all of this, or at least the eyebrows in there. And we'll go ahead and mark these folders with, I don't know, just a color, just so we know. Helps separate it visually. Purple. Perfect. All right, freckle time. So grab the template folder, drop it there. Freckles. And let a paint layer in the paint. We'll do like a dark brown. Little orangish. Something like that. Okay, now the paint, we'll want some sort of grunge brush. Or dirt. This. May seem odd, but just want them really, really tiny. So I'm just going to do that with our erase. We really only want a few. Not very impressed with that one. Let's do size jitter quite a bit. Small. A little bit of opacity there. Erase a few of that. It's a little strong. You just want a little. Just a teensy bit. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you all. Hope you all have an amazing day. If you are interested in what I do, I make VR chat avatars. This is a work in progress one right here. And we're just making. We also made some clothing for her. Pretty proud of this one. Coming together quite well. But I hope you're all having an amazing day. Let me know if you have any questions. Right now, we're just kind of chilling, as we do most days. It's kind of a laid back stream because I'm mostly just working the whole time. Okay. What else to do? I think we got pretty much everything done. That we're going to do now. I think we need to rig the face. We should double check that the transition here on the lips. So the inside of the mouth is skin colored right now, which is no good. No good. Kyomri, welcome. Hello. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Do need to make sure the mouth itself is included here. There we go. And template for the mouth should be a bit darker. Certainly more shiny too. Ooh, maybe a little too glossy. Like so. It's going solid indeed. How's the texture work this morning? It's going well. It's going well. We're just working on her face right now. Just getting some details squared away. We got her made eyelashes for her. And eyebrows, actual eyebrows. Before I just had kind of blocky chunks. But I do prefer the actual hair. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Going along smoothly. Good. All right. So the ears, I mean, that looks a little strong for the face. I think I had a paint layer for the face before, but it wasn't. We kind of need to bring it back to alpha shape. And yeah, just kind of lessen some of the intensity of the skin bump. Looks good on the arms and stuff, but it's a little much on the face. Just looks like just made of stone or something. I like the little bumps in the eye though. It came out really well. Or on the next to the eyes. Very good, honestly. Oh, very good. Damn, she looks good though. She looks kind of like a doll, but in a good way. Howdy, howdy. Good morning, Pixel. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having an amazing day. Lip texture. I think I actually want to include here a little. That. Like that. Oh, but it's not dark. Dang it. Having a good, very good day. Been roughing out some thumbnails for a new TikTok idea. Hey, that's awesome. That's super cool to hear. Oh, so that means I need to paint it on the lip. Really want to do that. Yeah. Shouldn't? Should I? Should I? No. I'm going to paint the lips onto the other direction because that's just a little easier. UV, texture, and we just want to make a nice blend between the lips and the throat, basically. But in here, also take this gradient, add a paint here, and we'll just add that. Right, I forgot I had some opacity there. Wait. Oops. Which way is it going? Can't tell. I want it to be painted in. Like that. Like this. Thank you. Goodness. Why is it not transitioning as smooth as I'd like? What is preventing that? It's the gradient. That's not bad. That'll work. That's going to suffice for our purposes. All right. So, finish the face for now. I'm sure there'll be more tweaks to be had for everything. Ooh, yeah, for that. Nails. Place. Damn, I really like how this character came out though. A lot of nice little details. Delete that folder. I might as well keep it in just in case I need it later. Yeah, I love how glossy the eye is. It looks so good. It just looks like actual skin. Just dope. Dope. Now for the hair, we do need some changes because it don't look right. I may actually do a sculpture for the hair. Yeah. I don't know. That seems so over the top. It's just this is what it looks like without any assistance. Then little lines that I've added, they don't work so well. Tough. That is tough. Like right here. That's no good. I guess I can just paint it out. It's not working. And it's gone. Perfect. Wherever it's not working, we'll just paint it out. Easy. All right. Now I would also like to include some more variation in the roughness. You know, right now the hair doesn't quite feel perhaps as it should. I could turn this way down. I could turn this one way up. It's got a nice feel to it. Feels a bit like an action figure. That's what it feels like right now. Like a plastic action figure. I wish I could have a little bit more control. How can I get that control? Well, I do have, if I look at this from the mask view, what do we see? That's basically what I want, but it's just not quite strong enough. So, let's hair strands. Just not strong enough. Like that it spills it in. Funny. Nice hair strength. So we have the base hair. Super shiny. We're going to turn that down. Turn that way down. And then we're going to make a new template. And we'll call this hair strand reference. Also, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're making a VR chat avatar if you would like to follow along. And the most important part, we'll make an anchor point. We'll make a fill here. Woo! Good. Drop point in here. Nice. Already getting some nice little grooves there. Adjust that. So now it's very shiny in the crevices of the hair. We could also invert this. Now it's shiny outside. And add a levels to sharpen that difference. Okay. I don't want it that strong, but I do like the kind of distinct, just pulls the structure of the hair out. Which I like. I'm going to switch to a mask view. It's a little fucked up there. All right, that's too strong. But now, I just lower it there. Yes. Okay. That's a look. That feels better. Because now in the crevices, it's not very strong at all. Which is good. All right. And we can also add a few other things here, like yeah, leave it like that. Just focusing on the roughness. We do have an AO pass too. If we darken it here, that's the base that we're darkening. Yeah, so we could darken it like that. And then on this one, we can add like ambient. Interesting. Okay. Oh, in the future, I just want to make actual hair cards. I don't want to use. I think it's time for me to use actual hair cards. It'll just look better. Or I go in and sculpt everything. Just doesn't look quite right yet, does it? All right, that's okay. We'll leave it alone. You can also increase the resolution. That does look better. So let's get this into Unity. Oh, excuse me. We're going to go ahead and back up our character. File, save copy. Here, painting version. It's overriding that. We go ahead and delete these extra objects. And then we can export this character to Unity. Unity, perfect. Export. And we're going to pop that open now. Take a look. See how the characters go. I'm very pleased with how she's come out, though. It's going to be fun to add dynamics to her. Get the hair to move, get the hat to move, eyes looking around, expressions, talking, yada yada. It's going to be awesome. All right, we're just waiting on Unity to load. Sometimes it takes a little second. Takes some time. So in the meantime, I hope everyone is having a good morning. Sending good vibes out to y'all. It's been a good week of progress, and we have some more exciting avatars we'll be starting tomorrow. There's a furry character we're going to be making, and then the week after that, after Thanksgiving, wow, Thanksgiving in 2 days. Anyway, the week after Thanksgiving, so next Monday, we'll be starting another character too, which is like a big muscular guy. I think he's a character from like a show or some sort of online show of some sort. But pretty pumped for that. There we go. Finally, it loaded. Yay. Okay. So now we need to take our updated textures and send them into Unity. Boom, 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 boom. Export. Save. And it should update most things except the eyelashes. Should still be a little funky looking. Boom. All right, so now we create the eyelash material. We'll go ahead and just right click, create material, Alma, eyelash. Perfect. Drop in the albedo transparency and set it to transparent. And then go to the FBX file and assign the material here. It's important we assign the material here, so that way, anytime we update the avatar, it will always be there. Okay, so it shouldn't be transparent, it should be cut out. Yes. Yes. But now it's looking good. Doesn't quite line up though, does it? Gotcha. It doesn't line up because we can see through the side of it. I don't have a quick workaround for that, so instead we'll just duplicate these and flip them. I just don't have a quick solution. Well, that is a quick solution. Not quite what you'd want to do, but it'll work. But yay. All right, now the eyelashes are working. She looks good. Now, right now I'm using kind of a cartoonish shader for her. I'm very interested in checking out this other shader that our good friend, well, I don't know them personally, but they're well known in the silent or in the VR community as Silent. Uh, they have a shader called Filamented. Um, wait, doesn't the wait? Hang on one second. I think the new Koyomi shader has the filamented shader in there. Colors. I remember seeing something about that. Realistic. Bum, 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 bum. Odd. Not sure how to feel about that. Body. Smoothness. Metallic. Right. Excuse me, but I am going to turn off her clothing for a second. All right. All right, for the most part, everything looks correct. She's maybe a touch too shiny. Just a touch. There we go. Okay. There's the metallic. Yeah, okay. It's like it should look darker. Okay, well, that's the realistic lighting. The wrapped and the skin. Skin looks quite good. This is probably the shader I'm going to go with. It's pretty hard not to because it looks pretty awesome. Honestly, and look at the lips. Look at them. They look good. Take all these, make sure they're set to 4K. She looks good though. Now I guess we'll update the other materials also to Koyomi. The eight. All right. Then we want to give the clothes some shading. So it's reflection specular. We can find the clothing metallic. Drop it in. Smoothness. And merge. Oh, then turn on the metallic. Like, it's clothes, all my clothes. this one. I don't see any glossiness right now. Oh, because I didn't turn it on. It's not shiny at all. All right. Perfect. Now, got that in. Perfect. We can turn down the smoothness. Like that. Those are the stylized specular. The tough part is going from the high quality reflections inside of substance to unity, where the materials just, they need a little love. They need a little love. All right. It's the reflection. The reflection is just so strong in Unity. It looks like garbage. Just this odd blue color that like overruns everything. There we go. See that? See how different that is? Much better. All right. I think we can start rigging. Oh, excuse me. So we'll save our texture file, and we'll skip it. We'll just close it for now. We're going to go to our character in here and rig her. So she needs a skeleton. So for now, we're going to turn off the clothing. The teeth aren't a part of her body. What is that? Okay, so the eyes. What is this? Yeah, those are the teeth. Those are the eyelashes. Add those. And then we turn on the skeleton. So we pretty much already have the character rigged because I'm awesome because I set it up like that. So I believe, this is just a belief, that I can do this and it should work. So a lot of things already taken care of. We do need to create a few extra bones, like the butt and breast, and then hair and hat. So for anything that is dynamic and would move with the character. Now look how much the hips are bending. That's definitely not what we want. So we'll just go here, this one, Control Tab, weight paint. Thankfully, since I'm using a mirror modifier, adjusting one side adjusts the other. What is this? B-bones? Oh, motherfucker. I have to delete those. Those should not exist. And yes, there's definitely some odd poses when we're weight painting. That's just how it goes. Yeah, just moving the character into a good position, finding the right bones. Definitely gets visually convoluted here, though. But the character's moving. Oh. All right. So in our character, we do have to add. Well, actually, sorry, one second. Why the hell is there a B bone here? This should not be here. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Sometimes this process takes a little bit. And these ones are the B bone. Yeah, so we also want to delete those ones. B bone, B butt, B bone, butt. What are you? C plus, C trajectory. Those are fine. B bone, butt bone. Those can go away. Awesome. All right. Now we're back where we want, and we can create the butt bone. So for this bone, we're going to rename it cc underscore butt 1.l. And then we want to parent it here, keep offset. And I believe we just do like that. This will be the second butt bone. And then we can just symmetrize. So now we have two. All right. Then another bone. This one is going to be breastbone. Also very important, again, if we rename it cc underscore breast 1.f. And yes, it's true. In VR chat, breasts do have bones. They are not boneless chicken nuggies. They do, in fact, have bones. All right. Something like that. Just want the spacing a little bit more even. Then we have to make sure the names are correct. 2.l and 3.l. And then we take the whole bone and armature symmetrize. Now we have bones on both sides. And then we parent it to chest. Perfect. Okay. Also, hello everyone. We're working on a VR chat avatar today. It's your first time coming by. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. All right. So we are going to rig the breast here. First, we're going to create a mask so that when we create the weight, it is constrained to the breast. This one should be right about here. Perfect. And then we'll just weights smooth. Weights smooth. All right, so that's what that will affect. We can remove it from the chest for the most part. Bada boom. And we'll see how that goes. Nice. So for that one, it's good. Now we do have to make an empty group for the other side. So that way it'll actually mirror properly. And then back to the next bone. Boom. Weight. Weights. Smooth. Weight. Smooth. And then this one, we just remove the weight from here. Kind of the tip of the breast. Smooth it a little bit. Then back to here. Go to the other bone. Create that empty group just by clicking. And back to the tip again. This time, we're just going to paint this one in manually. Like so. All we need to do is weights. Smooth. Yeah, perfect. Then we click the other side. Well, so now those should be rigged. We just go here, move them. We can see them moving. That should give nice results inside of Unity. Now that we have the breast rigged, let's rig the butt. Move that a little bit over. And the butt's very important. Even if we don't add dynamics to it, it's very important to have a group for the butt so that it doesn't deform in odd ways. Unfortunately, the butt can collapse on itself. Sounds odd to say, but it's true. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, there. We want to select this bone. Go to the paint mask. Weight 1. Next bone. And weight the other way. Perfect. Then we can remove the mask. Grab this bone. 0. Boom. Now for this bone here, we do want to split. So. Now I believe that should help a little. A little. Definitely help the butt, but our hip is still collapsing in an odd spot there. Let's actually go back to our reference bone. So we'll hit Edit Reference Bone. And we just kind of want to make some adjustments here. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. Just trying to get things in a good position for when they move. We can see that this is too low. Basically, the hip needs to be up further. Probably right about there. Oops, just 1-0. Bada boom. Maybe even back there. All right, let's give that a shot. Ooh. Also, again, first time here, please consider hitting that follow button. I stream Monday through Friday, working on VR chat avatars. So if it's something you like, I do it a lot. I'm here all the time. All right, that is better. Yeah, much better. Butt looks a lot better. The bend here is improved, but still not ideal. So we're going to create an awkward pose so we can get in here and do the weight painting properly. So yeah, you can see that there's just this odd bend. I know there's a lot going on here visually, but it's important we get this right. I might wait till we remove the subdivision or apply the subdivision to really go in here and get this properly done. I know that we removed a few. We can blend. All right, that is much better. Still odd, but improved. Gonna decrease the weight a little. We can actually go the other way too. That. All right. Whew, that was hard to view. Hard to see what's going on. But we've made improvements. The cool part about having a rig like this is we get to do really fun stuff like the leg, even bend the foot a lot. It just looks good. Let me just make sure that we're only affecting the foot. All right. Now we get a really nice bend on that ankle or the toes. Ankle still needs some work. Just need to remove it here pretty much. Blend it a little bit. And look at there. Go the other way. For soft things that bend softly, you want to have a nice overlap. Let's check the knee out. The knee looks awful. Look at that. Gross. Something like that. Just a little bit of blur there. We don't want too much. And then on this other bone, go to the weight, 0, remove it at first. So what we're looking for is a nice little pinch. And then we'll ping back the knee, because we do want that smoothly. And just a little bit in the joint too. All right, but now the knee will pinch. Before it was kind of getting this odd gap. It's no good. All right. Now I know this is the boring part of this whole process, so bear with me. We'll be getting back to some fun stuff very soon. Basically, we're going to make this skeleton and then rig the body so we get dynamics. Things like the hair moving, breasts and butt moving. Some really fun effects I think you'll all enjoy quite a bit. This bone is not split. Back to the reference bones. Let's go ahead and just make this exact. We want the wrist bone to be right there. And then match to rig. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday again. Thank you all for coming by. Been a busy stream so far, and it's been fun to share with everything with y'all. Need to put this on. That way we can see the bones. And we just do that. Blur it a little bit. We don't want too much. Thankfully, we do have twist bones, so a lot of the bad deformation will be prevented. Bam. All right. Now let's minimize the twist bone. Should really only affect the spots closer to the wrist. This one will affect it a little bit less that way. I mean, one of the really cool parts of this Auto Rig Pro tool that I'm using is just it automatically sets up twist bones. If anyone out there is looking to do VR chat avatar creation, or is already doing it, I highly recommend getting the Auto Rig Pro tool. It is worth it. Worth it. Just really speeds up a lot of stuff and gives you a lot more flexibility. Anyone here that is an avatar creator or looking to learn it? Okay, we're going to move the shoulder. Oh, okay. Way too much influence. So first we want to remove the influence from the breast and the lower chest. That's this bone that's doing that. I know it's really hard to see what's going on here, but things are happening. Things are happening. Trust me. Trust me. Basically, this shoulder bone that we're working on right now. And making sure the chest has proper influence. We do want to remove the breasts from chest, though. So we just do that in the vertex group selection here. Just remove. And then we can paint chest influence up here. On the shoulder a little bit. There. Then blur the rest. Blur it all. We actually want really strong influence on the sternum, so we're going to go in and just hit it with a 100% weight. Like so. Which is pretty strong. It's pretty strong. That should prevent the breast from doing odd things. All right. There we go. Now we're weighting the neck, which should not have that much influence on the chest. Should be like kind of like this. Yeah. A little bit of influence, but nothing crazy. Now, this gets a little odd and it's very different from normal VR chat rigging because I have all these face bones. But as long as the head moves properly like this, should be all right. Usually it's just the jawbone that's a little off. Shouldn't have any effect on the neck. Same with the head. Should only affect head. Who would have guessed? But it's a little challenging because you can only really remove there. Something else is affecting the neck. Probably, yep, the tongue, which we'll go ahead and select the whole body and just remove. So the tongue shouldn't affect anything but the tongue. Almost there. I mean, that's pretty good. But still a little bit of influence on the lower neck right here. We don't really want. Looks like the teeth have some influence. These lower teeth. don't want that. Yeah, okay. That's pretty much where we should be. This should have a little bit more influence here. Maybe something like that. All right. So now we have rigged the body. Let's see what else we can add to our rig. And then we're going to bring it into Unity and we're going to add some dynamics. You know, the fun stuff. The fun stuff. We'll go ahead and just Control P, Armature Deform. I believe the eyes should just be working right away. Yes, indeed. Okay. Looks like the face is working too. The hair should not be working. So I'm only actually going to export this for now. File. Export Auto Rig Pro. Let's go ahead and fix rig. We want to export twist. No bake. We will want to apply modifiers in a little bit. For now, just go ahead and do that. And we should only have the body in the scene now. In Unity. Perfect. All right. So now that we've done that, I'm going to go to our rig, configure, basically just reset this whole thing. Reset, sample. It's just clear. Apply, done. Do generic, apply, and then humanoid, apply, configure. Okay, there we go. Sometimes it just needs to be reset. A lot of things in Unity can surprisingly be just fixed by doing the classic turn it off and back on again. You'd be amazed at how often that works. All right, we want to remove the jawbone. For some reason, the jawbone never plays nicely with VR chat. So just make sure that's removed. But there we go. All right, so back to configure one more time. Muscles and settings. We're just doing a quick test of the body movement, which seems pretty good overall. Basically, we're looking for things right now that shouldn't be moving with certain bones. Oh, look, she's got like a friar head. We'll have to clear up that shadow at some point. All right, everything looks like it's working properly right now. Maybe a little bit too much stretching here. If you see look at the ribs. They shouldn't be moving that much. Okay, so we'll have to go back and fix that. Let's also check out the hands, which look pretty good. Open, close. I think the thumb might need to be rotated. That's about it. See how the finger. Do I rotate the geometry or the bone? If I can rotate the bone, that'd be better. But it's definitely bending oddly. The other fingers look good though. Yeah. All right. Perfect. So good progress. Perfect. She's still looking super good. Let's go back here. Let's look at that thumb. So in our rig, what happens when we scale here? Okay, so in the rig right now, it is also bending very oddly. So we'll go into our reference bones. Oh yeah, look at that thumb. That thing looks broken. I'll do a little bit of that. And a little bit of this. Just kind of moving things into proper locations. All right, that looks a little bit better. We also want to check the roll. So we can see here that these other bones rotate on the x-axis. So for this thumb, we want it to rotate with the thumbnail. So we'll take this and adjust the roll till it lines up with the thumbnail, like that. And then Q, recalculate roll off of active bone. So hopefully it'll bend that. Perfect. And now we just set it to match to rig. Again, another huge advantage of AutoRig Pro, just that quick editing capability can't be overestimated. And not overestimated. Take everything again, file, export, AutoRig Pro, export. Save. And back to configure. And we want to look at the hands. That thumb still look real funky. But I actually don't know if we got the updated character. We did not. Let me go back in again. One more time. Oh, it looks better. Sort of. A little funky, but yeah. Awesome. Oh no, that looks great. Perfect. Might need to rotate the thumb a little bit. Just a little odd. It looks like just the tip of the thumb is like broken. But it is certainly working better. Yeah, for some reason it's pivoting on there. But is that my rotation or say fingers, thumb, 3? Up 3. Stretched. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. All right. Back to here really quick. I just want to take one more look at the reference bones in here. Axes. Let's go ahead and scale it on the x axis. and the Z. So that should mean that this is just extremely straightened. Pretty much as straightened as that can get. All right, match to rig. So for those just joining the stream, we're working on a VR chat avatar today. That's what we do every day. I'm making a witchy lady right now, and just getting her skeleton all set up so that she moves correctly. As it turns out, in order to move, you need bones. You need bones in your body. Something went wrong here. Let's go back. Oh, I did a standard. I should have exported from here. Okay, now it exported back to here. Bada boom. Okay, no more error messages. Good. Let's check that hand. Okay, that's better. I think it's just the weight painting. Yeah, it's just the weight painting. It's actually working just fine. Perfect. All right, so let's go clean up that weight painting, and then we're going to add clothes to the rig. So right now, our thumb is just getting slightly twisted. Maybe we should adjust the no shape keys yet. So I'll just move this over a ways. Like that. All right. White paint. So now we need to clean up all the fingers. For the most part, the fingers work really nicely. The Auto Rig Pro tool does a great job of that. Just immediately, bada boom, they're working, which is always awesome. And yeah, that's the problem we're seeing with that huge overlap on the thumb itself. Just want a little bit of overlap, not a lot, for all directions. Here's the actual thumb that attaches to the hand itself. Really doesn't need to be quite this strong. All right. Back to here. A, select everything, file, export, fbooks. No, wrong, export. This one. I have to remember that. It is essential that I'm exporting from the correct path. Otherwise, things get funky. I need like a bingo card for my saints. All right, there we go. Hands looking good. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and start attaching other objects, like the eyelashes. Actually, the eyelashes, interesting. We can attach them. Actually, yeah, if we just... they'll be a challenge, for sure. They will be a challenge. I'm actually going to go in here, delete that, then add a solidify to them. no fill, and 0 thickness. So that way it should create a back to it automatically. You'll also have to apply at the very end, but that will allow for some easier editing later. Okay, we've got teeth. The hair. We need hair bones. We need quite a few different bones. You know what, for now, I'd rather just start testing out, making sure the physics are working on the character. Just rig the body first, then layer on each step. Here, we're going to have a Fizz Bones object. If you are a VR chat avatar creator, I heavily recommend that you create your Fizz Bones this way. It's the right way to do it, for sure. You just create an object, the root of your character. I just make a fizz bone, an empty object for each bone. Because holy moly, this can save your life. Well, not really, literally, but it will certainly help when you're having trouble. Yeah, we're just rigging the butt right now. And then the breast. The first pass is always going to look a little funny. Breast left, breast there, and right. All right. Okay, give it all right. There we go. So now we can just hit play. Scene, grab the character, move around. Cool. Got some dynamics working. Ignore the bald spot on her head. We'll fix that later. Yeah, butt's working. Look at that. Look at the booty. And the breasts are working. All right. Not too much to change right now. They shouldn't be that floppy. Floppy sounds offensive. They look unrealistic. It's like an odd. They're like moving in slow motion, which is now they work. That's not right. We can actually tweak them right now. So we'll turn up the pull and the spring for both of them. That should get pretty close. I spelled it wrong. A breet should be a breast, and a breet. Yeah, that's much better. They do rotate a little bit too much. I'm going to put on an angle limit and on the angle limit, create a line here like this. And so you can visualize how it will rotate. So it'll rotate a little less at the base where it attaches to the chest. Very important, as that will just create a lot more realistic movement. Because clearly the rib bones aren't moving with the breast. That's not how bodies work. Your rib bones aren't cracking and popping into place. I think we'll need to add a bit more tension there. Yeah, because the chest is kind of folding in on itself right now. Not quite what we want, but close. All right, now I'm going to exit play mode. Paste these values there. Paste these values there, but change this back to this one. Then also make sure everything's spelled correctly. Want to spell it as breast, not breet. I don't know what a breet is. It's certainly not a breast. And then we'll actually copy these values onto the other ones. But before we do that, add an endpoint of 0.1, maybe 0.025, something like that. No, I'll have to redo that. But that's okay. Paste component values. This should be but.l. but.r that and then 0.05. There we go. Okay. So now everything should have the correct assignments, and they'll have a bit more realistic movement as well. Like that. Ignore the bald spot on our head. I feel like the butt should move a little bit more. I mean, that's pretty realistic. Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I see why it's at an angle now. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, it gives it a little rotation, which is smart. Breast might have a little bit too many bones. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, that looks good. Nice. Also, if this is your first time here on the stream, I make VR chat avatars here. That's what we're working on right now. If you like the stream, please hit that follow button. I'll only be streaming for about another 20 minutes, but I do stream every day. So if you'd like to see more, hit the follow. Ding. All right, on to the hair. So we're going to take the hair. I accidentally named the body here. Like that. Hair. Okay, so we want to attach the hair to our skeleton. All we need to do that, grab that, Control P, armature deform. Actually, we want to do armature deform with empty groups. And then we'll go to our vertex groups here, find the head, head, right here, and aside. Perfect. And now it should move with everything. There we go. And a little later, we're going to make a little chain of bones for the back of the hair, so it'll swish around, which will be a lot of fun. Also for here and here. I guess on the front too. Probably a little fewer bones on the front. But there should be some there. Okay. Hair started. Let's take a look at the tongue. This one should already be rigged. 90% sure it's already rigged. We're just going to combine it back with the body now. Same with our teeth. And this is one of the really cool parts of having the Auto Rig Pro, is that we do have a full face rig. So looks like the teeth aren't working, but everything else is. So let's go into the body, grab the teeth here, and just separate them. And what we want to do is isolate them. We're going to parent them to our armature. But then go into weight paint mode. Grab only our teeth. shift control click. Wait, there we go. Shift click. So we have those selected. I believe we can just do it from here. Wait, sign automatic from bones. Didn't weight it perfectly, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. We can go ahead and give it that final touch. So first things first, let's go into the mesh, select and remove from the top one all of the bottom weights. So we don't want the bottom teeth to influence our top teeth. Makes sense, right? And then we'll do the same for the other one. So we removed all the bottom. Now we find the top teeth, which are where? Bottom here. Remove, remove, remove. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll grab this middle one, go to the front, Q, paint mask, and we just want to paint a little bit more intensely the middle of it. Same for this one. That one's already pretty good. Back to the top. I may move these bones down. Their position, their placement's a little odd. That's okay. Yeah. Now we've done that. Yeah, go from the front, tab, select the top teeth, back in here, mask, only paint in on the side, unmask, middle, mask, and middle out. All right. Done and done. Done and dusted. Now we've done that, we can select everything here, File, Export, FBooks. Nope. File, AutoRig Pro, FBX Export. Very important. Got to make sure I click that one. Save, turn here. Now we've got her hair in the scene. She's looking a little bit more complete. We don't see that bald spot. Perfect. Right. I actually do want to go back here and just check on those teeth, which are working as expected now. All right. Okay. Let's get the rest of the hair rigged properly. So what we need is a bone. And this will be CC underscore hair back. So looking at the character, the hair should start moving, what, pretty much right about here. Oh, goodness. There, 3. Okay, so we just want to create a chain of these bones following the hair down. Just even out their spacing a little bit. All right. And then we'll want to make sure that this is parented to the head. Control P, keep offset. Go into the hair. Actually, go into pose mode, select this whole chain, back into weight paint, bada boom, and we can just say weights, sign automatic for bones. It should just be these bones, but it did it terribly. Nice. It just did it the worst way possible. All right, so let's do it manually. Let's not mess around. That here, 0, weight 1, right there. So we're just adding the influence in the right spots. Where it should, each bone should roughly influence the hair. It's kind of an easy process. I just wish it had done it a little bit nicer right off the bat. We don't want that one to influence all the way over here. That'll look odd. A little bit like that. Well, this strand may need its own hair bone. I think it will. Oops. Okay, yeah, those are the only ones selected. Weights, smooth, selected. And then last step was to actually go to the head and remove the weight like this way. Yeah. All right. File. Export. ARP rig. Save. Turn here. Bada boom. So we're going to make another fizz bone. This will be PB hair back. And go ahead and add that fizz bone script. Root transform. Hair back. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. And play. Let's see what this looks like. That actually looks quite good. Feels quite natural, actually. I was worried it might feel stiff, but that looks quite good. It's amazing how nice it looks for just being one column bones. Feels like a really soft strand of hair, but it's actually just one. It's just like a tail almost. It's not a big chunk of hair. So for these, actually for all of these, I really should disable posing. I really hate that that's on by default. I think it's stupid that posing is enabled by default. It should not be. But we're basically going to add some collision to the hair, like that. And then we're also going to create a polar angle limit. And we'll hit play for this. Also, welcome everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, right before it starts curving, or just a little bit of curve actually, that way it won't go any farther forward. It will just hit the back and stop. Which is good, because now the hair won't clip through the body. Important. Breasts still look a little bit too... They're moving the body too much, here and below. That's okay. All right, so let's take the hair back, copy that component, and then paste those component values. All right, what's next? Next is double checking our performance here. So VRChat performance settings. We want to double check. So Fizzbone, we can have 8 Fizzbone components. We have 64 Fizzbone bones, but only 8 components. And we've already used 5 of those, so we can have 3 more of these. So I could do the cloth on the legs and the hat. Now that leaves 1 more, so that should be good. All right, but speaking of those other objects, let's go ahead and pop them open. We've got the first one right here. We're going to go ahead and what would be the best way to do this? I don't know. I do not know. The best way to rig our clothing to the body would be to first take the body and apply the mirror. Yeah, let's go ahead and save a copy right now. 7 pre-body or pre-merge, pre-mod merge. There we go. Save. Hello everyone, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. We're working on rigging a VRChat avatar right now. This is her, right here. And yeah, enjoy the show. Let us know if you have any questions. It's just me. I don't know why I made that plural. All right, so we're going to rig the clothing onto the body right now. So the first step was to apply the mirror modifier on body, and now we need to do the same for our cloth here and our boots here, which we don't need to merge like that. Actually, for that one, I'm just going to hide the mirror modifier right now because, yeah, that should be the right way to do that. Okay. So first step, we'll take our clothing. We're going to parent it to the armature with just like that. And then we're going to go to our vertex group settings. And we have this super handy tool called Mesh Data Transfer. We'll target the body and just transfer the vertex groups once I get all my transforms squared away. Transfer. And now it should move the clothing, or at least this first piece of clothing should move with the body, and it does. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nice. Now, it's going to look a little funky on the legs because I haven't created the piece of cloth or the bone I needed to weight those, but that's okay. That's okay. For now, it's working. Let's go ahead and do the leg now as well. Bada boom. Transfer vertex groups. We can turn the mirror back on like so. And then parent it to the armature. Control Tab. Yay. I'm going to turn this off really quick. All right, so the shoes are messing up. That's surprising. Oh no, they're not messing up. They just have influence from. Gotcha. Okay. So weight paint. We need to set this one to this as well. Front. Just those. Control Tab, weight paint. So here we can see that it has influence on the other side, which is incorrect. Oh, make it like that, and like that. Alrighty then. What? Where's what bones? I want this bone. Bada boom. Almost done. What bone is that? Why is that there? I don't want that. I don't like that. Also see some hole happening here. Why would that be occurring? Excuse me. Something else is affecting our legs here. But I don't want it to be affecting our legs. So we're just going to cheat and we're going to save all our leg bones here. Thigh. And then we need our toes and feet. I guess we should save the butt too. Butt too. Thigh twist. Okay, so all those. And then delete all unlocked groups. Yeah. There we go. So it just appears that some other groups that we aren't concerned about were affecting the mesh, but now they're gone. And it's just the legs. Okay. Now for this one and this one, which go ahead and apply the mirror. this one, and just combine these two. So we just have one object, which we'll call hat, obviously. We'll parent it to the armature with empty groups. And for now, we'll change this later. We're going to find the head. Delete all unlocked groups and assign to that. So it's just parented to the head. Which makes my life a little bit simpler right now. We'll change that. We'll actually want the hat to be removable, I suppose. Grabbable and removable. So I have to think about that. There's a cool tutorial I've been waiting to go through on how to make truly grabbable objects. So I'm looking forward to messing around with that. Ooh, the heels came out well. Perfect. Nice. Let's go ahead and get the cloth here with some dynamics. So we'll go into our bones, make sure we're on the right layer, Tab, Shift A, and this will be our, we'll call it skirt. Not quite the right name. We'll call it skirt parent. Skirt, skirt. And we'll put it right here, right next to the hip bone. And then we'll create another bone, detach it, move it over here. This one will just be skirt front. And all we got to do is move it over here. And then armature subdivide, let's say, 4 or 3 times. So there's 4 bones. That seems about right. Duplicate it, move it to the back. We'll go ahead and call this skirt back. Copy to selected. There we go. And then we'll take both of these, parent them to our parent bone, which will turn off deform on, and then we'll parent this one to our root. A little odd, but you'll see why in just a moment. Okay, perfect. So now we got our bones. Next, what we want to do is basically remove any of the lower legs from the cloth. So let's go ahead and lock all, and then we want to keep the butt, but we don't want the thigh or toes. So pretty much all of that we'll remove. And then these ones move. Well, actually, those ones I'll leave alone because we might need those. Let's delete the groups, delete unlock groups, and then we'll go to our bones here and begin to weight paint. Weight paint. Grab this first section. Like so. And then boom. Boom. Damn it. And boom. lastly, boom. All right, so there we go. Clearly, there's a lot still influencing the lower legs there, so we'll have to figure out what that is right now. So what's affecting the skirt? We have the skirt front, of course, but here we go. Ah, darn. I deleted the wrong twists. That's okay. That is okay. Let's go ahead and want to lessen the impact there. Also smooth it so that. Awesome. Ooh. All right. Now we begin the process again. Boom. Boom. I'm almost done. I'll be going on lunch in just a moment. But we're just going to put these final touches on here before we call it. All right, so now got our armature, got our boots. Pretty much all items are rigged, I think. No. We're getting there, though. These need to be rigged to the clothing, not the body. So transfer, Control P, armature deform, and then same with this, which will actually combine both of these. First turn them into a mesh, then a combine, or no, then combine, and then do transfer, which I may regret, or I may redo. because nothing's moving with the legs. But that's to be expected because they're all going to be dynamic. All right. So now we can export the whole character. The only thing that is not rigged at all are the eyelashes, but we're going to be saving those for the last possible moment because they require some special attention. All right. Well, so let's check it out. First, okay, empty. This will be the skirt or fizzbone skirt. Then we have the fizzbone component. Target the skirt parent. What am I missing? Oh, gotcha. I named it incorrectly. That's okay though. So we want to go to this view, and in the bone, this, what we need to add is CC underscore to all of these. Otherwise, they don't work correctly. And I believe that should change the name of the vertex group that it's associated with. Also, hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're working on rigging some characters right now. Perfect, it does change the name. We are good to go. We just need to do this to all of these. So I make VR chat avatars on stream. You are a VR chat person yourself, then welcome. Addict, perhaps? My cat's so congested I can hear her sneak breathing from the other room. She's fine. She's just got a cold or something. All right. Then we can grab the skirt parent object right there. Boom. And that's why we use the parent object, because look. We can do both sides at once, which is super useful. Go ahead and hit play. Boobalicious. So there's definitely some weird tearing there, but that's easy to fix. Pretty cool to see the whole character moving though. All right, look at that. Almost looking good. All right, the only really other fizzbone I want to add is just a little bit of bending here and then on the brim, which I think will look really good. Just like a little bit of movement to the hat as it moves around. I think that'll look quite nice. But we're going to do that after my lunch break. So thank you everyone who has joined me for this morning session of my stream. I break up my days, my streams into two sections, morning and evening or afternoon. This is the end of the morning one. So I'll be back soon, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm just going to go get my lunch in, get a workout in, then I'll be back. We'll finish up the character today, and then I'll be doing a giveaway for her at some point. So if you're interested, definitely hit that follow button. For Pixel, Kyomri, Emmy, thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. I hope you all are having a fantastic day so far, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye. See you all very soon. Be back in about an hour and a half. Bye, y'all.